Hello again YouTube, Ian from the trail here, wishing he bought a proper selfie stick, but there you go. Gold tier, bad planning. Anywho, I did say when I introduced the whole triathlon in 3 days thing, I said I had every intention of putting out a short every day, and then like work happened, and then I thought, you know, in the spare time I'd got, I'd probably spend that better preparing for the race rather than talking about the race. So I have prepared. I've had my first open water swim. I did race distance in a local open water lake. Water was 17 degrees, so it was kind of tropical, but well, tropical, everything's relative, isn't it? Tropical to what it's going to be like tomorrow morning. But Garmin gave me the Arctic swim badge for that. Thank you very much, Garmin. Anywho, so the swim was pretty good. That allowed me to kind of validate my wetsuit choice. I've got two wetsuits that I could use. I've got a Hoob 3.5 and an Orca TRN. And I've chosen the Orca, which might seem an odd choice, especially given that I am immensely proud that I've got back in my lovely Hoob again, because it hasn't fitted me in about 5 years. But the Orca is just a little bit thicker all over. It doesn't half float well, and it's TRN. You know, I think that indicates that it's a thermal wetsuit. So I just want to be warm as I can tomorrow morning. So TRN it is. Also, it's just a little bit looser than the Hoob, because I'd bought it at a point where I'd started putting on some timber a good few years back, and so I think it'll be an easier off in transition. So there's that. Took the bike out yesterday morning. Why don't I flip across to some footage from the bike and talk about my bike setup. So we're going to be running the Greyhound on Saturday. That is after a while I bought it. The setup, if you haven't followed the build so far, is Planet X Exocet 2 frame and forks with Selkoff aero bars and extensions. Drivetrain is Shimano 105R7000 with a 5034 compact on the front and an 1128 105 cassette on the rear. We're running a waxed chain. We're going to be running the Super Team Carbon 88 wheels with GP 5000s. The only change I'm going to make to these wheels before race day is I'm going to swap the tubes out for some really nice Continental ones I've bought, and I'm going to put some quality Schwalbe valve extenders into those Conti tubes, because these standard ones are leaking a bit of pressure. So what I'll do is I'll take these tubes out, leave the extenders in, and these will become my race day spares. The bike is now wearing an AliExpress West Biking rear bottle cage holder with two AliExpress carbon bottle cages in there, unbranded. They are junk, they're coming off. Got to source myself either tomorrow or through Amazon today some decent bottle cages to put on there. These couldn't hold anything. They've gone sloppy after just one ride with full bottles in them. They've got the feeling of a bottle cage holder that's going to leave you without bottles. and I'm disgusted for the £3 or whatever it was they cost me to buy. I've also fitted this toe peak multi-tool and tool holder because I've been using taking a toe peak multi-tool just in my top tube bag. It's quite a bulky item and you can just hear it banging around on the carbon. I don't like that, and in any case this is a much more compact solution. Fitted it this morning in fact and have mixed thoughts about it, so I will be doing a review. The bike is wearing a 4i single-sided power meter, which seems to be performing very well. The head unit I'm going to use on the bike is a Garmin Edge 810, which is about the smallest of the head units I've got, and fits neatly down between the bars there. I've got to, in the next day or so, source a different holder for it, because where it is right now I can't see it. And that's going to be paired with a Garmin Vario rear light, radar rear light. One of the things I've got to do is set the Garmin up so that it's not switching itself off whilst I'm in the swim. So we'll be taking all power timeouts off of it. Oh, lost concentration, drifted. Man, if you could be on this bike and hear the sound of these wheels. God, I love them. God, I love this bike. Right, I'm going to continue my walk with these two. And I might grab some B-roll whilst I'm out, because it's a proper B-roll morning. And look at these two. Oh, Hector, pick your moment, mate. Right, well, I've got to get a bag and bag that up. Well done, mate. And, when I get back from my second walk, I might use the wife's ice bath, just with one of my other older wetsuits. Just, you know, again, a bit of conditioning. And if nothing else, I know this is going to sound stupid, but trust me on this one, it does work. I might just take the lid off of it and practice facing the water bilateral breathing, because there's something about that, and I found this when I was doing my swim the other evening. It reminded me of it. Hector, come on bud. It reminded me of it, that there's something to be said for getting your face in the water and adapting to that, and just that feeling of what that does to your heart rate and your breathing. So yeah, I might be doing that. But anyway, I'll grab some footage. This Friday update will obviously be the only update I'm doing before race day. I'm going to grab some footage tomorrow morning. I've actually asked the race organisers if I can use a camera in transition and on the bike, and I might even take this little fella with me on the run, because, like I say, this is about having fun. Martin Overweg in the comments said to me, just go out and have fun, in the comments from the last video. And Martin, you are absolutely bang on, mate. You know, I'm just going to go out and enjoy my morning. Hopefully it'll be shorter than a whole morning for a sprint. But yeah, so I'm just going to go out and enjoy it. And it's my first race back, so it's just about a bit of adaptation as much as anything. Adaptation and fun. If I finish tomorrow with a finish, a medal, and having had fun, I think that's a result.